seems so hard to fall.
If you guys think that you were listening to a single that you just played on CD, well, you know what, guys? You heard the first ever live performance of Blood Moon Therapy on Radio 1FM91. Welcome, guys! That was phenomenal! Oh my god. I mean, when these guys were giving me a sound check, I was like, you know what? Forget about it. You guys are just going to go on air, sing the song, and then we're going to introduce the band. Wow. Wow. Okay, they're just like looking at me and they're like, yeah, what is she talking about? But seriously, I think everyone like outside who was listening to the song was just like, was that live? And you guys are so good. So good. Oh my god. Okay then. All right, you guys are listening to Head Over Heels on Radio 1FM91. This is Rabiah, and with me live I have Blood Moon Therapy all the way from America. Sitting here live in front of me, we've got Nick Bacon on the guitars. Hi. And we've got Michael Lombardi who was singing away all those heartfelt, wrenching tunes right now, and he's just like nodding his head. And you guys can also see them right now if you go visit our website, which is fm91.com.pk. Go check out the view live icon and you will be able to see these boys right here. We've got Neil Parikh again on the guitars, and then we've got Sean, who is doing something with his, what is it that you call it?
My new instrument, my shaker.
Your shaker. What? That was pretty easy, wasn't it? And then we've got Chris, who was also playing something. What was that?
It's a cajon. It's a magical box.
Okay. If you guys could just speak a little closer to the mic, that would be brilliant. So, first of all, let's dive in head first. Why Blood Moon Therapy?
Well, actually, a blood moon is basically like a big orange moon that occurs maybe once or twice a year. It's pretty rare. And I came up with the name when there was one, and it was just a really beautiful night, and it was above a gorgeous field, and it was sort of, when you looked at it, it was kind of like therapy. So it was just a really beautiful sight. So hence the name. It's like an orange moon,
Right.
basically.
Wow. And then you like decided that, you know, let's have that effect on people and let's come up with fantastic music. That was Michael Lombardi, who is also a renowned actor. You've been on all the seasons of Rescue Me.
Yes.
And you've also been on Walking Dead.
No, I wasn't on Walking Dead. I was on CSI Miami, although I love Walking Dead, and that show's amazing. I was on CSI Miami. I was on another show called 6 Degrees. I've done a few films, but Rescue Me is basically my biggest gig to date. I've been on that for 7 seasons,
Where
7
you play
years.
the probationary firefighter.
That's right.
Right. How is
Roby.
that? So you've had a very successful acting career, but then why did you decide to like get into music as well and really take that seriously as well?
Well, you know, I've always been a musician. I grew up playing drums and stuff. It's always been a passion of mine. And when I was actually living in New York City, it's very difficult to be able to afford to have a band and have rehearsal space and have the guys and really have that commitment that's needed to really make it a professional thing and bring it to the next level. But I'm a guy who really follows his passions, and I never let that dream go from playing in smaller bands when I was little and to forming this band when I was actually able to afford it, because we all know it's very difficult in the arts to make a living. So when I was fortunate enough to get my break as an actor, I then took some of my income and was able to afford a rehearsal space. And the time when I wasn't filming, we shoot very long days. We shoot 14 or 15 hours a day on set. But if I'm not in a scene that week or that day, then I have the day off, in which I would just be rehearsing with my band. And in my trailer, I just write all my songs and stuff too, so there is downtime. So it was sort of the perfect thing. And you know, one also really helps the other. It's nice to be able to have the outlet of music when you're dealing with the chaos and the difficulties of being an actor as
So
well.
you also were a band member of Apache Stone.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And then from there you decided to move on to and make your own Blood Moon Therapy, and you got hold of these guys.
That's
so
right.
What was the story behind this band? Like, how did all your band members come together? We've got Nick, Neil, Chris, and Sean.
Yeah.
So-
Well, I was very fortunate. Nick and I have been playing together for almost 4 years together. We were in Apache Stone together. I saw him play a gig, and I'm like,
So you'll be
yeah,
telling
he
me
was
all
also
the-
in Rescue Me, too.
Right.
On the back of the DVD, the 5th season, they forgot to airbrush me out. It's awesome.
Yeah, his picture's actually on the DVD season. He was in like 2 episodes of the whole year.
Clearly
He's
they have
on
a
the
sense
cover.
of humor.
Yeah.
the
So I saw him playing a show in New York, and he's such a great guitar player. I'm like, I gotta have that guy in my band. So I asked him. He said no at first. No, I'm just
Chased him down, didn't
yeah,
you?
I got him.
I was on
And
vacation.
yeah, he was on vacation.
You wanted me to do a gig
I will
like in
have
3
him.
days. Come down without rehearsing because he's so gung-ho about it. And it was awesome. And I was like, dude, I'm here for like a week. I can't get down there, you know? So
Yeah, I pursued
I'll
him.
definitely the next show I'll come down and play, but I can't
I wanted
make
him
it
to
in
come.
3 days. you
Yeah,
know?
he
I'm,
was like
up in
5
Maine,
hours
so-
away. Yeah, but he came, and so we played together. We wrote a lot together. We made an album together. We toured with that album for a while, but it was like I guess just being at a different point in my life and in my career musically, and advancing so much and wanting to start something new and fresh with a bunch of great musicians. Who Sean is also in a band called Hole back in the States. He
Courtney
plays it.
loves.
Yeah,
Right.
He's our bass player, Sean.
That's right. Hello.
But today he was on the shaker.
Yeah, and he's
I'm-
doing a
I'm
pretty
the master
mean job
of the
at
shaker
it.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the shaker man. I like it. It's better than bass.
I think we should just refer to you as a shaker man. I think
That's
that
fine.
fits
Shaker
him,
man.
yeah.
That's a good name.
I like that
So,
too.
Shaker
so
man.
you know, sitting right next to Neil, we've got the shaker man.
That's right. I like
The
it.
shaker
I should
man.
go with it.
And then
I'm into it.
we Neil I saw play a gig in Los Angeles a couple years ago, and he was awesome. So we talked a little at that gig. We weren't friends before that, but through Sean, because Sean and Neil go way back, Sean was able to bring Neil into the band, and that's been awesome. And Sean also brought in Chris as well. We met not too long ago. These guys are both from Los Angeles, and it's been a great collaboration. You know, it's been really
You guys
good.
sound awesome, let me tell you that. I mean, thank God for the fact that you guys came together and started off this band. So what is the one song that we should play for all your listeners right now? Because it's the first time they're listening to your music, and the entire Pakistan is tuned in at the moment. So what is the one song you want to kickstart with?
Wow, no pressure, huh? No, what about how many songs are we going to play?
Let's see, as many as you want. That was an easy answer, wasn't that?
Do you guys want to do Loba?
Yeah.
Sure.
Sounds like
All right, we have
So
a
first,
nice...
give me the background to the song.
Well,
What's the story behind
well,
it?
what's interesting for me sometimes, I like people to have their own interpretation of the music and have it take them to their own place. But this is obviously it's a love song, or a song about someone or something that you love, a person. And Loba actually means wolf in Spanish, and I know you think, how does Loba, relate to this rock and roll song?
Well,
but,
firstly, you've got the moon happening, so maybe you're thinking about somewhere.
yeah,
That's
no,
just-
I am. I'm a huge lover of nature and our environment, so it is definitely in every one of my songs. I think Nick's tuning up his guitar, and we're ready to get into this next song. So this is called Loba. You remind me of